Yeah, Portland got down to 53, which is our coolest low temperature at PDX since before summer started.
See, I knew it felt like
fall. Yeah, you were right. It was a little crisp out there, right? You need to stay warm out there, right? You know what else we're doing is we're losing daylight a lot. Check out this. We have lost since summer began, right? The first day of summer, we were 15 hours and 41 minutes of daylight. Today, 13 hours. We have lost more than 2.5 hours of daylight. Oh my goodness. Does that say fall or what? Losing daylight at a rate of 3 minutes per day right now. And that rate continues all the way up through the start of fall, which is just in a couple of weeks. All right, to Drew's point, how chilly was it this morning? 47 in Scappoose, 46 in Kelso, 53 officially at PDX, but obviously a lot of 40s around the area. Newport was down to 45. Hopping over the Cascades, the cold spot in the state, winter chicken dinner, 32 degrees this morning, the freezing mark in Prineville. It was crisp and frosty for some of us, but of course September sun is still pretty strong and we've warmed up nicely. We're 66 last check now at PDX. Burns has warmed all the way up to 71, Ben's at 72, and these numbers will continue increasing for the next few hours thanks to that strong September sunshine, right, which is abundant across the Northwest. We've got some cloud cover still across the northern coast range and along parts of the South Washington coast, but that too is eroding as we go into the afternoon. So here's a look at futurecast for the remainder of today. And our model does walk temperatures up to about 75 or 76 here in Portland, approaching 80 after a start at the freezing mark in Prineville. I mean, that is dry, high desert air, right? 78 in Arlington this afternoon. John Day maybe getting up to 80 degrees. All right, let's fast forward to early tomorrow morning. Waking up again to some chilly temperatures, but probably not quite as crisp as what we had this morning. Futurecast says Portland at 56. Tillamook maybe staying in the 50s for lows tonight, so just a smidge warmer. And we think that translates to a slightly warmer day by a degree or two tomorrow. Futurecast says Portland at 77 degrees on Wednesday afternoon. The weather setup is pretty benign here across the region. One area low pressure working its way through British Columbia right now. That will probably kick up a few clouds for us. Futurecast the rest of the day today has us clear, but as I roll the clock on our computer model into tomorrow morning, the clouds kick up and we might squeeze out a sprinkle along the coast or perhaps in the coast range. But outside of that, really a nice looking day for Wednesday and probably Thursday too. We're really into some prime time nice weather. And by the way, with all the stories about how hot it is across the eastern part of the United States, I thought I would do a little dive here to say, well, when does the heat actually end here in Portland? And when you look at my 7-day forecast, you'll say, hey, it's actually not that bad. But just for some benchmarks here, the latest 100-degree temperature on record at PDX is September 5th. Today, we have never hit 100 later than September 5th. So that's nice to know, right? Latest 90, October 5th. So we probably have a little ways to go before we can close the door on 90. And again, I don't see 90 in the 7-day forecast, but we do start to warm up a little bit as we get towards the end of the work week, and I'll show you that here. 76 today, 75 tomorrow, and then we're inching towards the 80-degree mark as we head into the first full weekend of September. How about that? 83.